Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of the Daily Level Up Show. I am your host, Roosevelt Cooper, and this show documents my journey as a gamer dad entrepreneur. In this episode, I want to talk about dealing with the struggles of life as a gamer dad entrepreneur. You might have noticed I haven't posted a lot of videos over the last couple of weeks, and you may have been wondering what happened. Well, unfortunately, we had a sudden death in the family on my wife's side. So that was a major challenge because it was definitely something that we were not expecting. So I had to help my wife deal with that. And then I also had to fly out to officiate the funeral because in addition to all the other things that I do, I'm also a licensed minister as well. So I had to officiate the funeral for them. And it was a challenge. So because of that challenge, that did not offer me a lot of time to be recording videos and to be doing anything to build my business. And I was off work from my job and I wasn't playing a lot of games during this time. Although we did get some dice thrown in before I went back. So that was cool. But yeah, it was a challenge. And in your journey as a gamer dad entrepreneur, life is going to happen. Life is going to hit you unexpectedly. And the key thing that you want to identify is how are you going to respond when life's unexpected challenges show up. And some people will be like, oh, well, I'm just going to keep building my business anyway. And that's cool if that's something that you're in a position to do. But sometimes you need to slow down to speed up, so to speak. So when you have a major challenge like that, like a death in the family, like a sickness, an illness, a disease, anything like that, sometimes it actually makes sense to put everything on hold and deal with that situation first before you come back to building your business and doing all the things that you would normally do. So that's what I made the decision to do. I made the decision to slow down. I made the decision to stop the videos, stop building my business so that I can be a support for my wife and for my wife's family during this tough time. So when you deal with struggles in life, they're going to happen, and they typically will happen when you least expect it. But the key thing that you don't want to do, you don't want to let those struggles completely take you off course forever. And I see a lot of people do that. They'll have a struggle in life, and then they'll be like, oh, well, I guess building the business wasn't for me because of this one struggle. I wouldn't recommend you do that. I would recommend that you deal with that challenge and then you go right back to what it is that you are trying to build. And sometimes you might need professional help with dealing that challenge. Sometimes you might need a therapist or a counselor or something like that. Absolutely take advantage of that professional help if that's what you need to move forward. But I don't think it's a good idea to let the struggle completely derail you from what it is that you're trying to build, from what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Go ahead and deal with it. It's okay to stop what you're doing to deal with that. But once you've dealt with it as sufficiently as you possibly can, get right back on the journey and continue to build what it is that you were trying to build. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I am back to building my business. I'm recording this video for you for the Daily Level Up show. I'm going to be also recording some more videos for my solo RPG games channel. I also have a challenge that I'm going to be hosting next week for gamer dad entrepreneurs. If you're interested in that, go ahead and post a comment below and I will get you an invite to that challenge. And I'm going back to work today as well. So I will be back to work. I'm also going back to my normal load of daily fantasy sports. So I'll be back to that. So I'm going back to the daily routine starting today. So if you're dealing with the struggles of life, I definitely recommend that you take some time to deal with those struggles, but then you want to get right back on the horse, so to speak, and get back to building what is it that you're trying to build. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to allow the struggles to win over your life, and you're going to have to allow the struggles to dictate your life. And you don't want to be in a position where you're allowing struggles to dictate your life, because then you're always going to be struggling. You want to be the one that dictates your life. So hopefully you found that beneficial. If you're dealing with struggles of life, definitely feel free to take the time to deal with those struggles, but then get right back to what is it that you're trying to build. All right, so that is the episode for today. Should have some more for you tomorrow now that I'm back up and running. And I will see you in tomorrow's episode. Take care.